What is going on, everyone? And welcome back. Okay, so we haven't so we did Higgsfield popcorn. It is very very good. Um, so World Labs was telling me they updated some type of stuff, and I'm getting kind of cool with the team. Hello, people of World Labs. So they updated some type of stuff. I showed them my review. They liked it. So let's see what they've implemented. Um, Okay, so we're back at it. Okay, so let's see what they've done. So we got all the three worlds. We got realism. Okay, so let's see something for realism now. So we did dystopian. Right. Let's see what we can do with some realism right here. World with the plus, obviously. We're gonna do a generate prompt from text, of course. As they say, can't. Yes, I literally just like because Earth is something. Earth is there's no bueno. Wow. Okay, so on average this would be around. Okay, so the mini is obviously a minute, and obviously the plus, obviously we want the highest, obviously with the best type of stuff, is around 5 minutes. Please make me know for the suggestions like Mars future colony. Next, and are generating this. Okay, so we got something more Martian. I do like the first one because I do like the vegetation, and it kind of looks like the Grand Canyon. So I like those vibes. This just looks very depressing. This looks like a dystopian colony. This just looks like, wow. What am I gonna do with my life? You know what? I'm gonna go to the bar every day, and then that's just kind of it. Like it doesn't look vibrant. It just looks very depressing. It kind of reminds me of kind of like the current situation we're kind of in. Everything chaos, this, that, everything. You know, what's the point? And all this type of stuff. You know what? Technology is just taking over. Yeah, this looks very depressing. We're gonna go with the first one. I like it. At least there's some hope for it. We're gonna generate this and see what happens. I'm actually very happy that they added the prompts because I do know previously in uh, wow, last month in my previous one, it I did something and it didn't really turn out so well. So let's see how this one turns out. This one looks a little bit more interesting. So again, I'm vibing with it, and so it's been a month, so a lot can happen in a month. So let's see how it turns out. Let's see if it's any better. At least there's like so. Let's see what happens. And yeah, I'm super excited for this. Like this, I think, like in my opinion, like if it really wants to up everything, like the world itself actually couldn't. It could actually be like an interesting in between stuff like the modeling. So I would have to say something like what should I call it? Google Earth meets like I don't know, meets like an Unreal Engine. and then you can make a game out of it. Or you can even use this. Like, there's so many tools you can even use this for. So now let's say, for example, another good example for this is like, okay, so now let's say you want to design a really nice home. And for example, it can be 3D, it can be AR, since that's one of the next big type of things, or maybe a mix of AI and AR. Is that you can map all this out. What type of home you want? I want this, 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 this. I want it to look like this instead of a word, it's a house. So you can literally do that, and like there you go. Like just like yes, obviously there's certain planifications. Like obviously you can use stuff like Quen and all that type of stuff. But let's say people want to take a tour of the house or something along those lines, or whatever it could be. You can use this too, and then you can have a good idea, and then you can go into all the rooms and this and all that. Like, and I think that's what it's all about, is exactly that. And like it's just actually fantastic and spectacular on what we can do now. I'm not too sure how, like obviously they've upgraded some stuff throughout the month and everything. And obviously I had a chance to do some type of stuff, but I want to see like from it, like from last month uh to now. So we'll see how it turns out. So it's still generating, obviously, but I'm actually kind of curious on how it turns out. We might reuse some of these, some of the prompts. I guess we might redo them, because obviously now looking like it could get a little bit better, but we'll find out, I guess. Okay, so the road is now completed. That wasn't 4 minutes. It was definitely a lot faster. Let's view the world. Perfect. So this is our world, and looking like you can do it. Oh, so now they have an Oh, you can actually. This can actually be like VR. This is interesting. So now we have more. You can download it. You got the info. You got a screenshot. And now you got your little controls. Okay, so they actually now have like a zoom in, zoom out, the controls. And obviously they have like return to origin, zoom in, zoom out. So let's see how it turns out. See based on. Oh, okay, yeah, this is not too bad. So the it's not too bad. So like at least they have like they're definitely improving on it from the last time, because usually by this it would start to depixel, and it would start to get distorted. So at least they're definitely improving on it. It's like now once you start going in, but like looking like it's the distortion isn't as strong as it was before. So at least that's fantastic. So we're gonna try to go up a little bit and after see, and then we're gonna see the zoom in and zoom out and the field of view and everything, as well, since we have a lot more to mess around with. So we're gonna go a little bit up, and then we're gonna see. Okay, so as we go up, the distortion is a little bit better. So obviously that is a massive improvement, because by now it would get completely pixelated, and it would basically look like it wouldn't look good. So as you can see with the pixelation, so we're going to now change the field of view. We're increasing it now. So let's decrease the field of view. Let's let's go like this, because it's pretty zoomed out. So now since we have a lot more tools, and to see how the pixelation and everything will turn out. So okay, so as we decrease the field of view, the pixelation has gotten a little bit better. So we're up. So now what we're gonna do now is we're gonna go back here, and then we're gonna try to move it a little bit more up, and then I guess we're gonna go down now. And okay, so we're gonna keep on going up, and then this is okay. So look like okay, so this is like so my field of view is complete. So we're at 120 with the field of view, 120. So as you can see here, and then keep on going. So with the field of view, actually, it is a lot better. So at least the pixelation, it is lasting a lot longer. So I would have to say, all in all, this is a massive improvement from everything. So as you can see here, so we're going to explore a little bit more. We're going to start to go up here and see how the world turns out. So we're going to start going more towards the canyon and see how that turns out. Okay, so it's actually starting. So within itself, now it's completely pixelated, but you can see that now it isn't as bad. Like it's starting to last a little bit longer. The ground is pixelated, but on the plus side, at least the canyon is not. It's not as pixelated as expected. So there's still some form to it. As you can see, the ground is completely messed up now. But as you start to go in more of the focus, so we're going to return to the origin. So we're going to hit 0. We're going to return to the origin. We're going to see now on the ground, see if it makes a difference, because it could. So on the ground, it's pretty much around the same. It's actually worse with the pixelation. So looking like an aerial view is a lot better. So the aerial view is a lot better. Let's see how high we can go. Holy Jesus, see. We're going to go all the way up. This is something I wanted to try for a while now. Let's see how high we can go. Okay, this is the highest. Like only this is the highest you can go. We've definitely now reached the heavens. And we're gonna go down now. Actually, no, we're just gonna hit 0, and there you go. Okay, so let's go this way now. The opposite direction. So the opposite direction is not too bad. Looking like it is lasting a little bit longer. But all in all, I would have to say is a massive improvement from before. So it is lasting a little bit longer than expected, which I do like. But yeah, it's pretty solid, I would have to say. All in all, like at least they have, at least it's getting there. But like I would have to say, like as you can see from here. So we're gonna return to origin. At 0. So we're gonna count. So until it gets pixelated. 1. So we're gonna count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. So 17 steps. So in this case, if you really want to be specific, if we're actually doing a duel and a draw, that's 17 paces, to be more specific. Yes, I'm that person who's probably thinking, what does this have to do with anything? And this, yes, it is. This is a duel. So it's a high noon duel with 2 cowboys, and the lead person is John Wayne. But aside from that, so 17 paces, which isn't too bad. So it is an improvement from before. Before when you used to go like 3 or 4 paces, and but still, it still has a lot of potential. It is a massive improvement, as you can tell from the previous ones that I did originally. So from the previous review, there is a lot more detail, as you can tell, and it does look a lot more like obviously realistic. But but it's getting there. Like still, we like. So for example, this is the new one that I did, and after we are going to show you from a month apart. So this is a month apart from right here. So this is last month. Um, so as you can tell from last month, so this is the last month's. See how distorted this is versus like the other one. So I would have to say, all in all. So let's say we're gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. See, this is 5 paces in, and look how it's getting distorted real fast. So all in all, I would have to say we're gonna go back. I would have to say it's a massive improvement, but I think um, another good idea is for them to be putting some sort of way that the AI can learn a lot better. So like a little bit of like a self-learning loop. Because instead of manually doing it, at least the AI then can like gather feedback, and based on all the other worlds, it can actually understand why it's distorting, or why the person is doing it in a certain way, why they're using a certain picture, why they're text prompting, and whatever it could be, and then improving on it. And then like the longer it goes, then it can be better. So like it can learn a lot more, and it can understand like the reason why, like data wise and everything. But I have to say it's pretty good. So we're gonna hit and explore. We're gonna view someone else's world, a new type of world. Um, so we're gonna go into China. We're gonna check out this world right here. And we're gonna see pace wise. I always like to view out the community too. So this is China. This is definitely China. You can tell with this, either China or Japan, one or the other. We're gonna go pace wise. So around the same pace. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so around the same pace, 17 paces or so. But still very neat and very good. I would have to say world-wise. So that one wasn't too bad. We're gonna reuse the prompt on this one, this world. So I guess we're gonna go, and then we're gonna be using another one. We even got a video. Okay. Use like a model, I guess. We're gonna use, I guess. We're gonna check this out, and then we're gonna use the plus, and then we're gonna generate it, and then we're gonna see how it turns out. So just to see with the photo, because obviously we're just to see. This is one of my models that I did. So we're just gonna see. Obviously, that we did this, and then we can use some of the prompts. But we're gonna see this one because obviously we did a photo before of someone else. So we're just gonna see how this one turns out. So we're just gonna check out this one and see how the photo is. Because obviously I'm kind of curious, because obviously we did just a text prompt, and then we did a photo. Or now they can add videos, which is very interesting. Like either a photo or a video, and let's see how the world turns out, and let's see like how it is. So either way, like I think there's a lot of potential with this, but I think the issue itself is just, I guess, the self-learning loops and how the AI constructs the world. And like I think that has to do as well just by looking at this, um, like how like because obviously it needs to count all the pixels. So just how the pixels then get generated, because obviously the further you go in, obviously you want to keep exploring it. Um, so I guess this as well has to do with the exploration and like the length of how you can explore it. Obviously, a lot of this stuff is still very new, um, but I think like a lot of inspiration, I think would really be coming Vive and everything, even Google Earth and how they do all that and how they can still like do certain things. And like the more you go into the world, the less distorted it gets, as well. So I think that could actually help. Uh, well, like, but still, it's a potential. Like, it's just that I think like it's just that like once you start getting into the long duration, everything starts getting pixelated. So a self-learning loop could help. And by doing, oh my god. So if anyone's wondering and everyone's looking outside my window, this is what happens when you live in the how do I put it lightly, in the Mediterranean. So there's that. I usually close my window, close this window, the office window, but I forgot to do it this time. So, but either way, I might actually just close it right now with this stitch. So back to what I was saying is, yeah, this is what happens when you live here, unfortunately. Um, but by doing that self-learning loop, it actually learns from everything, and it's kind of like having like another type of, I guess, like some people might say, like another type of developer, or like maybe something smarter, like maybe something like a Cortana, and then by doing that, like it learns and everything. So let's see how this turns out. So this is I'm not too. Oh, and it's actually rendered a half decent. So this isn't too bad. So it's rendered half decent to a certain degree. Kiana is kind of rendered partially. Oh, buddy, trust me. If no, just don't. As they say, I came from a civilized society. Yes, unfortunately, did I come here because the society that I lived in didn't become civilized, so I had to move. Unfortunately, I know, man. I'm not one of those. As they say, I'm a boring Yankee, pretty much. We got all this, so let's see how this is. So Kiana is somewhat distorted, as you can see right here, because of her arm is missing and like a lot of the body parts are. Um, so let's see pace wise. We're gonna go back to the center and we're gonna see pace wise before it gets distorted. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. 17 paces. So on average, with the last row that I made, which is 100% 17 paces, uh, so looking, so it's not too bad. So this is a post-apocalyptic, but not too bad, I guess. But like Fallout, but again, like it's not too bad. It's definitely a start for World Labs. It is not like from how it was before last month and how it is now in just a month's time. It is massively improved. At least the photos are a lot more realistic. From my previous photo, which I'm going to show you, it wasn't as good as this. But we're just going to go back to the center. The last one that I did last month, by the way. As you can see, how distorted this is. It's a train wreck. Like it's bad. Like there's this instant distortion right away. So just by that itself, I think it's definitely improved from that perspective, and it's really really good. I would have to say, like, if they continue going the way that they're going and adding these massive improvements and adding these massive like leaps and stuff like that, and obviously adding like an L4 and L5 type of self learning loop, so it can learn from the mistakes and actually understand why it's making the mistakes. I would have to say, all in all, like this is going to be solid, and you can probably make a game out of this. Just add some sort of like game engine type of perspective into it. Boom, right there. As well, I've actually made my own as well, so I definitely have some experience there. I haven't gotten to the stage where I can generate cool worlds like this, but I don't know. Maybe with the evolving AI, maybe it can be done. But either way, I still think um, this has some massive potential even to like be like a game engine too, and just like self-replicate like these worlds into games, and then you got that too, all with AI. But all in all, just between a month's time, I would have to say it's a solid improvement. Just a solid improvement from this to that, and then obviously from the futuristic desert dome, from something like this or like this. So I would have to say it is hands down fantastic. Um, and yeah, it's good, and just the way everything's going, I think that like this is a massive potential. How AI is evolving and everything. This can be a very good disruptor, I think. Thank you all for watching. Don't forget to like, favorite, and subscribe. And as always, Mr. Z